that was the super random guy, right? If someone is floating 7-8 suited on ace queen 5 or ace queen 6, not willing to fold too much. So I mean, definitely fast playing, definitely keeping the large sizing, and then go from there. Or just get it in against kings. That makes sense as well. Pocket nines against the small blind, definitely defending here. You know, like his sizing is not too big. Ace 5 deuce. Not my board. Probably just forced to call one small bet. Yeah, third pot. Always prefer a little to see the quarter to get the little discount here. Yeah, but this here, he has 7s and 8s in his range, so this is something we call against and then win on the check down. So we definitely cannot fold that pair. And now, as I said, like this is just too strong to turn to bluff. He could have like 7-8 or something like that. No reason to bet small, even though he could obviously have something like queen jack. And now, yeah, our plan is to check down and sometimes win. 10-9 full give up. This is definitely not a thing. Checking down 10 high. So that's good enough to mark him green. That's a weaker player. Top left, with my king of diamonds, I start betting that turn after a check around on the flop. No one really showed interest. I have a clear plan on diamonds. And here against a recreational player, I really do not want to bluff the brick runouts, to be honest. Yes, he could have 6, 7, 9, 8, but he might just have any ace that he's never ever folding. He might even have, like, I think my king high still wins sometimes. He could have like a queen X of diamonds or something, so I'm not bluffing this. I will go with some, if I have like, it's my weakest hand, like a jack, a queen jack maybe, I bluff that just because of those hands. But this is just, yeah, tough. I mean, definitely without the king of diamonds, it's a better option to then bluff. Ace jack against the small blind, mainly flat, sometimes fold, sometimes 4-bet. Let's go for a 4-bet this time. Interesting board. Villain has 7s, 8s, 9s, something like that. Obviously ace queen, obviously some suited king X, but not ace king, not aces. I mean, some aces maybe. Not queens too often, so starting off with a small bet. I could even size down a little more. Actually, I like that a lot on that board. Just like to target his 9s, 8s, 7s, 7, 6 suited type of hands. Gives me a pretty nice risk reward here. And yeah, villain just can't do anything. Top right, I did 3-bet ace-10 suited. We can bet small or big on that board, but mainly want to keep the betting lead. Yeah, just again, target all the random pockets that are there and then go from there. 4-5 suited here. This board we can bet half pot, we can bet small, we can do anything. We can sometimes check back, and this hand I feel like is pretty nice. Check back sometimes. Ace-10 is not strong enough for 3 streets. I'll check the turn, call down from there, or check, and then go for a large river bet. Not happy to see a big bet, but this guy showed that he is super random. Check, yeah, whatever that is. And now I have an easy decision, I guess, with my 4-5 on all rivers. And this one here, the decision is bluff if he checks to me. Pocket aces, we can obviously sometimes jam. Mainly it's a trap and flat. 4-5, obviously an easy fold with the nut low here. And aces, this guy sitting there with 530 big blinds, maybe a little overconfident because of his stack, so I expect him to definitely have 4-bet bluffs, so I'm trapping this one here. Let him hit his king jack suited or go just crazy, and have the nice call button here that we click on. So, well, let's play that like ace queen suited, call on that turn. Think villain should check quite a lot. None of his bluffs improved, some of my hands did improve. Yeah, aces are just the one hand that clearly prefer the check back. Betting small is not necessarily wrong. He has king jack of clubs, something like that. I want to have the chance that he hits a rivers atop here and then stacks go in the middle. As I said, until here I play ace queen of hearts the same way. Now it would be interesting to think about what are my river bluffs. But here against that very tiny squeeze from that guy, definitely calling. And now just jamming my aces. Snap fold, yeah. Oh, that was the super random guy, right? So top right, super random guy. If someone is floating 7-8 suited on ace queen 5 or ace queen 6, not willing to fold too much. So I mean, definitely fast playing, definitely keeping the large sizing, and then go from there. Or just get it in against kings. That makes sense as well. Monotone board, bottom right, sometimes betting, sometimes checking. I mean, this hand clearly prefers the bet. Is still mixed though, just we need to make sure we have ace of diamonds and all kinds of check calling, check raising, betting lines. Anything makes sense. I start off with a bet. It's like always that monotone stuff, you need to mix it with all your nuts and like all your nut lookalikes. I can start check calling here again. I can keep betting, whether I keep something like jack 9, 9, 10 in there, or I try to fold it out, kind of whatever. I think here I'll go with a bet. Top left, I did only call. I mean, it's just kind of standard to only call sometimes because of that weird guy behind. And now it's a little tricky. Here he jams. I mean, can be ace queen, can be the pocket eights, something like that. I mean, yeah, I have to call here, even though it's not like yeah, kings. We see like he's just dead money, and I'm playing against that guy. I mean, obviously I'm flipping against kings, against fives, but it could be the ace queen in the same way. So yeah, big bet on that board. Oh yeah. The problem is I have obviously a nice hand, but the big bet pretty much represents like some kind of king jack suited, ace king aces right away. That prefers to get the money in before those cards come, which just means big bet is his statement, I have better than ace queen. Now this is interesting. King jack, king 10, some ace x. Could represent some ace x. I have a queen. I freaking have a queen, so I'll keep going with my check. This is now, I mean, I can only raise ace x or I can call. He will never call anything worse. He should have enough ace x. So it doesn't matter. This is just red line if he doesn't have an ace, which looks a little more cool. So I'm definitely raising when I have it, but it's not a spot where we can actually bluff. Again, that guy where we face large sizing from under the gun on that board. Yes, that's okay. Whoa. Turning nuts is very okay. Interesting. Yeah, let's try again. Check. Yeah, that's okay. 7-8, full give up. This is weird. Just you come from under the gun, you start betting big on that flop for no reason with that hand, and then you just give up. I mean, giving up after betting big is obviously somewhat okay. But still, like, the whole line is like, does not really make sense. That kind of teal, weirdly green tag means that, like, he is kind of, it's like my weirdo tag in a way. Have seen weird stuff. This definitely confirms it. Just like betting big, checking down, I don't know. Interesting. Very, very interesting. And this guy who is always min 3 betting, so I have now seen enough of the min 3 bets that I'm pretty sure this is not aces kings only. Again, I'm not folding. Let's see, top left against a solid player, calling twice. River would be the decision. Yeah, he has the pocket eights bluff, right? This is a nice bluff that lots of people do not have. Nicer obviously to take the lower pockets first. Ace 10, having something calling, and now having pretty good in 3-bet ace queen. That didn't, nope. Let's give him that. Min 3-bet ace queen note. Ace queen trying to bring it to showdown. Small bet in position in that spot. Bet, check, bet. 100% value. Sorry. Okay, king jack suited. I mean, this hand can check back as well. I'll just simplify and go with a range bet here. Now on that turn, I think I still have some showdown value. Checking, betting. It's both fine. And yeah. Again, that guy with his large c-bets, even though I've seen 7-8, I just go and look at my range and not say I randomly call fives. Now fives are just too weak against that sizing. I'm folding this. Let's go a little fancy, a limp pot here. I have all deuce X. He doesn't have any. I didn't raise the flop because I think I still dominate lots of his random stabs. Now on the turn I don't think that anymore, but my hand with like the jack and 10 as an out is still quite nice, so I don't want to fold it. I can raise quite a lot. I think he treats that board as a brick board, even though I have like infinite deuce X and he's probably not limping 8 deuce, 7 deuce, 6 deuce, 5 deuce, 4 deuce offsuit. I need to find my bluffs there for sure. No clue what the perfect kind of bluffs is. It's just like, yeah, my jack 10 outs are pretty cool, so how bad can it be? I'm not beating any of his thin value hands or not really even, I mean, his bluffs in a way, yes, but yeah, so very, very happy with going for that one. Calling small bet with sevens down here, ace king 9, 9 queen. This time I'm giving up, kind of the same board where we got raised at the last time, where I tried to go with like Small says, oh, we are even 3-way, I missed that. So queen 10 suited, very good board for the big blind. I keep going with half pot here. That's the guy who did min 3-bet ace queen off. So I just expect him to be on the somewhat whatever side. This is always like this, those in-between hands that have the equity, but you do not really know what is great for you. Right? You are ahead of other flush draws with your 10. You are behind king 10 and ace 10 and an 8, whatever. But my learnings from the solvers is just keep them betting more often than you're willing to, actually, in a way. So I just keep betting and go from there. I have the equity for sure, whatever happens. If he jams, I just have a call off, hope to see sometimes a bluff and not only the 8. Obviously get called by many, many worse hands. And I actually take the fold as well. It's not the worst thing in the world. Against someone with 65 bigs there and pocket jacks, I just go big right away. Get the money in now. Board is not really getting better for me. And now the question is, do I check back and then I have one more street. Do I get it now or later? Here I have a clear answer. That's the now. Villain might have 9x with a heart, might have whatever. Actually, I can bet bigger if I don't time out. Snap call, and then I take my snap check back on the river and hopefully win. 10-9, nice.